So let's just be honest here. Not everybody is going to have that insane luck coming your way this week, but what this event does do is it gives an opportunity for those that are lower spenders or even free to play who have been really playing the auction house to get a steal of a deal on a copy. This might even be better than what we had after Black Friday, giving out those like 9B plus awakening stones, because this time it's guaranteed for spenders, whereas before it was still RNG based. And what you're also going to see is higher quality heroes out the wazoo. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. This is your chance. Let's talk about it. So thanks to these rates right here, you're going to see the auction house get completely flooded with hero copies over the next week, but depending on when people do it. You're going to see A- hero copies go not this low. Just fun how this works sometimes, right? It's going to go extremely low on random hero copies. Like, you can see how inexpensive they will be. And this might actually be one of those times where upgrading an A+ copy to an S tier might be worthwhile if you get a steal of a deal, because there's going to be a lot of very inexpensive A- heroes hitting the auction house. Beyond that, you are going to see a crazy amount of just A- in general. Look at these like really low rolls. There's no way these sell for that. By the end of the week, I feel like a lot of these are going to be dropping below the 10,000 mark, if not more. Look at the sheer number of copies there are. These are just A- Aspens. The demand is not going to be there for the sheer number that are on here. If you go up even the higher tiers here, you can see even how many more Aspens there are floating out there, even ones that are kind of close to, oh my gosh. That one's kind of crazy. That one's actually, this is one of those situations where it's like it's almost good enough to be a good copy, but you'd still have to get it for very much cheaper. And even beyond that, if you just want to look at the number of S tier heroes that are hitting the auction house today and yesterday, it is absolutely insane. What are they smoking? 800,000. I think you put one too many zeros on that. But you can see, even going for like some of the most popular heroes here, there are quite a few up here, and even ones that are probably very good cost wise that you might be able to bid on to get yourself a crazy S tier copy of an Aspen, or even someone like a Vulcan. Wow, I could have saved like an extra 5k on a Vulcan copy, which is crazy to think. I wonder if any Natalias are up. No Natalie's whatsoever. I'm kind of hoping we hit something spicy there. If we take a look at Mockmans on the auction house at S level, look how inexpensive these can be. And I know there's a lot of you out there that are huge fans of Mockman accounts. Look at this one. This one's almost an SS tier, and it's at a very solid price. Other one's almost perfect, very high price. Maybe one day we'll be able to hit that too. Who's the other one? Betty. Betty's the other one to look at. Only a single copy, and again, almost a perfect copy of Betty on the auction house. Granted, the bonus stats aren't great, but it's just absolutely insane the amount of hero copies you are going to see. Even like Betty, there's not too many Bettys up here. Who else is there? Let's try Natalia here. Not a ton. Everybody is awakening the Lord of Fear Aspen right now, it seems like, because even these copies, like, there's a lot of Vulcans up here too. They're all over the place, but there's one thing you can do this week, and that's taking all your B+ copies and trying to sell them on the auction house and turn them into starry gems. Because even if you just sell these really inexpensive for like 1k a piece, which I guess we really need to not look at him, we just need to look in general. 839 for B+. Granted, remember, these do retire for 1800 contract starry gems, so you're only doing this method here if you're trying to save up for a giant killer hero, because you guys can see here, like, they're kind of all over the place. I always like sorting by buyout price to really see what they're going for, but if you do get lucky and you hit a couple of them, I mean, that's progress towards these heroes, because when events like this pop up, you want to make sure you have the right amount of resources to make your account more powerful. Like this, look, I guarantee you these are going to drop down close to 10k, or at least they're all going to be like selling for like their bid amount pretty much. by the end of the week, I think a lot of these are going to sell for like 10k, and that is like one of the cheapest Lord of Fear Aspens we have ever seen. And even if their attack value isn't like super great, maybe the roll is still pretty good on some of these. No, it doesn't look like anybody re-rolled any of them before listing them, which can, you know, up the value of it depending on if people want to re-roll it. But this is your moment. Now, overall, it's going to be better if you don't sell this week, unless you're just in a situation where you just absolutely positively want to buy something up. I would probably stay clear of trying to sell even like the C- hero copies and all that stuff, mainly just because they're going to get flooded on the auction house. The price is going to dip. Granted, 60 is not bad. Sometimes they drop as low as 50. And even these are 6. Whoa, that's really, really low. Usually these sell closer to 75. So again, saving these to sell later is probably a better chance, because right now nobody really needs contract starry gems to do awakenings, because, well, this week's event is special in the fact that they use the special resource. I can't actually click on it now, can I? I forget what they're actually called. Let's check the bag real quick. What are you called? You're called Sacred Awakening Stones. These Sacred Awakening Stones are basically just replacing all the resources you would need, and everybody is probably going to have a ton of contract starry gems because of the retirement value. So a lot of heroes are going to hit the auction house. This is probably not the best time to sell. However, whenever it's not a good time to sell, it's absolutely amazing to buy. If you are not participating in this event and you are a spender and you are low on contract starry gems, this could be a good opportunity to buy this. But remember, you're going to get a ton from all of your retirements. You probably don't need to buy on the auction house, but if you do want to save up for future value packages, because remember, we have 2 really big events coming up. And if we take a look at the value packages, half the packages can be purchased with those contract starry gems, which is much cheaper than this pack. Like this $100 pack right here is essentially just what, like 25 to 30 bucks if you're talking about black market auction house prices, and then probably even less, because buying 2,500 starry gems is like, you know, 25 to 30 bucks on the black market. You can then convert them over for more than double. So geez, I mean, this pack's only like 10 to 15 bucks if you really want to look at it. So stocking up on contract starry gems can be good, as well as starry gems. So if you guys need to get a lot of starry gems to then convert them, this is another good chance, because just completely transitioning them over, like buying up all these C tiers right now, is just an absolutely insane deal. You can literally buy them for 66, retire them for 150. That is more than doubling your total starry gems. So let me know what you guys think. The market is primed to get yourself one of the best hero copies around, and I'll see you guys next time.